So today we're going to discuss another article, and it was written on ncsautism.org. And the title is I Hate Autism. I hate it with every inch of my being. Before we judge this mom or jump down her throat, let's at least hear what she has to say and why she made that statement. Let's get into the video. Hey, special family. So, this is the article I Hate Autism. I hate it with every inch of my being. So, let's see what this mom is talking about and how it affects us as special need parents. I would never wish this journey on anyone, writes a mom from Australia. Oh, that already sounds like me. Shoo. A little over a week ago, I shared some of my feelings around living with children with autism. I was absolutely blown away at the response from the post. Thousands of carers' feelings heard, feeling validated. Each of us loving and adoring our children more than anything, but acknowledging the exhausting and the heaviness that comes with raising a child with additional needs. Society would have us feel it's not okay to feel tired, it's not okay to feel heartache. Autism has a giant puzzle piece representing it that we are all supposed to worship. Carers need neglected and forgotten. Sounds like that weekend I had around my birthday. Yeah, it's true. When you have a child with special needs, it's almost like if you feel exhausted or tired, oh, the child didn't ask to be here, so you can't feel that. You have to take care of this child. I'm human too. Did anywhere on my body say robot? I have feelings too. I get tired too. I get sad too. If my child is not doing what he's supposed to do, it bothers me too. So, yeah, people do act like that, like we're not supposed to feel. But let's carry on. You only have to speak with any carer that's battling the NDIS to know how disregarded we are. Today in my memories came up a post I had written a year ago. This post also blew up. I received death threats. I received messages after messages telling me I don't deserve to be a mother. I was even drawn hanging from a puzzle piece. However, just like my recent post, I received message after message from exhausted carers thanking me for showing them they aren't alone in their feelings. Death threats? Because you feel tired and exhausted, so you can't be a mother? Let's get something straight. We as special need parents, we love our kids. We just don't like that part of autism that turns them upside down. That doesn't allow them to be themselves. It brings a whole nother piece out of them. That's the part that we battle with. The part that wants to hit us and bite us and give us a blue eye, scratch cornea, that gives us blue bruises in our face, our hands, our legs. You go to the cashier to buy something in the store, and she's asking you to blink twice if you're in danger because she'll call the police because you have bruises. That's the part we don't like. So obviously, this is still such an important message to be heard. It's okay to be exhausted. It's okay to hate something that causes your child so much pain and anguish. Yes, my point exactly. You can hate a disability and still love your babies and being a parent. That is my point throughout this whole thing. I'll go to hell and back for my child. I will advocate for my child. That doesn't mean because I hate the disability, I don't love my child. I know it's part of the child and I know it's not going away, but that doesn't mean I can't have feelings about it. So here are my words from last year. I hope it helps some of you realize you aren't alone. You are doing an incredible job. I have posted some pretty controversial posts on this page, but I have to admit this topic is the one that actually makes me sick. I have gone to write this many times and delete as soon as I begin typing. It's tough and it's thoughts and feelings that are heavy on my shoulders every day, and I feel pulled to share my reality. I always try to be as raw and real here as I can be, not just for myself to have an outlet, but to reach others that need to see they aren't alone. So I'm going with my gut. I would like to make it clear that my heartache is not intended to offend, but to share. I don't seek debate, just maybe some understanding. The thing is, I love my children more than anything in this world, but I hate autism. Checkmate. Checkmate. Is she not allowed to feel that? Are we as special need parents not allowed to feel? And she get death threats for this. Crazy. Let's continue. I hate it with every inch of my being. I know as autism parents, we are supposed to love it, supposed to embrace it, to celebrate it. But today I am battered. I am bruised. I am traumatized. And I'm so sick of feeling completely alone. Because if you're not making it all out as quirky habits and friggin' rainbows, then you're a nasty parent. I know I'm so lucky that my children are classed as high functioning. Yeah, girl, because there's two sides to the coin. In the world of autism, I know it could be much worse. Much, much worse. I had a video with much, much worse. And I don't for a second pretend that I have it worse off than anyone else. But I would never wish this journey on anyone. Ever. I would never. I am so angry at the label. This is one simple word that instantly means that I am supposed to be shouting with pride from the rooftop. This is one label that suggests that it's okay for me to be beat on, right? To be screamed at, clawed at, abused, wished death upon, hated. I live at the mercy of completely unpredictable, uncontrollable mood swings. When I tell you these mood swings, it's like having whiplash. You don't know when they'll come, where they'll come from, but when they come in all its glory. And if you have a child that's on the lower side, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. From a child who is growing stronger, smarter, and crueler with each meltdown. I swear this lady's in my house. She probably looking at me from the cameras because she just described my life. I see adults living with autism tearing carers to shreds online, saying they have no right to complain, no right to be upset, and I sympathize that they feel attacked. But why are we not calling a spade a spade? Let the church say amen. Nobody's saying that you're a bad child but you don't understand what it is to live with autism because you have autism. That's the controversy that's going on TikTok and on YouTube, where people with autism are there calling out autism parents like we're bad people. When your child knock you and give you a blue eye, you're supposed to sit there and sing the love of God. When your child bite the heck out of you, scratches you, and you're in the supermarket looking like your husband beat the hell out of you, and people are telling you to blink twice so they could call the cops, and you're like, you can't explain to them, no, my child did this to me because he had a meltdown, and they're looking at you like, lady, is you crazy? This is what your child do to you, and you still in the house? Yeah, we do that. We stay in that situation because it's our child. So we have to call a spade a spade. You have to look at this from both sides. Yes, you have autism and you can't help it. But yes, I am human. And I feel it in real time, in real tears, in real pain. Because when you hit, you bite, you scratch, you don't know what you're doing. You're not in control of yourself. How can I blame you for not being in control of yourself? That will make me a hypocrite. But I'm in control of myself and I feel that hit, I feel that bite, and I feel that choke hold. You ever been choked hold by somebody in a meltdown? You ever had to fight your own kid off? Okay then, so call a spade a spade. Why is this world turning so politically correct that a disability is only allowed to affect the person living with it, right? It affects the carer too. Who's the one paying the bills that you can be in your comfort zone? Who's the one taking the hits? Who's the one not having a life? Who's the one not being able to talk to adults or have a conversation with a child because they don't know what's going on in that child's head. You think the parents don't feel it? Y'all don't take me down this road. Why is this world turning? Oh, sorry. The carer doesn't matter. They simply exist to cater to another person's every whim, and to cop a beating, in my case, is parental responsibility. How is that parental responsibility? Yes, it's my responsibility to take care of that child. Is taking the beating also my responsibility? I take it because it's my child. So if I get into my depression and I feel down and I feel abused and I feel to the ground, I have the right to feel that way. Not because you have autism, you got the right to break me down, because it's my duty to take care of you, so I can't have feelings. I have the right to have feelings, even though it is my parental responsibility. That's the point here. We have this growing epidemic with more and more children diagnosed with autism every single day. Instead of looking for ways to curb this or change this, we are simply pushing to embrace and accept and adapt. We simultaneously, the government slowly strips away all services and access to intervention that could possibly help parents struggling. Parents who cannot work due to being full-time carers for their high needs children, and are told that somehow coming up with money to fund therapies and support is parental responsibility. Let me tell you, as a special need parents, if you're new at this, this is your journey going in now. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to stand there, and one of you guys will have to make the call on who's gonna quit their job. They might not like what I'm saying right now. They might come for me. It's going to be a time where one of the parents, or the only parent, has to quit their job because this child needs is so high that you can't trust this child with nobody else. Because if he's trying to choke the hell out of you or give you a blue eye, what is he going to do to somebody else? You think they want him in their facility? You think somebody wants to watch him if that's the route it's going? You're going to have to quit your job and stay home and take that journey. And in the meantime, the government is just stripping and stripping and stripping away all the stuff that can help this child and help you catch a break. Yeah. I wanted help with somebody being with him during the day while I was in nursing school. They told me he need 2 disabilities to be approved. 2. I said he has autism. That's like 10 disabilities. No, he needs something else with that, like a brain injury, and to get somebody to come in for 4 hours to help. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So you think autism is not a severe disability? Why don't you come over and let him have a meltdown and choke the hell out of you and knock you in your eye? Let's see if that's disability enough for you. That's the way my brain be going. But y'all know I got issues. So Parents are forced to beg to help their child. We fight, we beg, we plead, and then we are turned away. Turned away. If you make $5 above the amount that SSI caps, they will cut you and your child off. Your child will have no Medicaid. None. Because instead of $27.55, you had $27.60. They done cut you off for $5. Let's say you barely on the bracket. Your job it's a holiday and you had to work. You work in the hospital. You had to work that holiday and it went over that month. You got time and a half. The next month your child would not have Medicaid. I swear to you, I'm not even making this up. That's the reason why my child had both insurances, because you never know when Medicaid gonna cut your child off if you have a job. So get both insurances. This is the reason why I had to come up with income investing. I highly suggest as a parent you go research income investing, because one of y'all gonna have to quit that job and at least you'll have a way of income coming in. Maybe one day I'll do a video about it, but income investing can save a lot of problems. So yeah, let's continue. Carers push to absolute extremes in order to prove they need support. Yeah, like quit your job and be like, okay, y'all don't want to help me. I'm going to quit altogether and sit here. And now y'all really got to help me because I don't understand how me helping myself is a problem. I'm not in the middle class. I'm not in the lower class, but I'm not in the class for my child to get Medicaid. You think we care about SSI? No, we care about the insurance. Some of us can really use that SSI, but the insurance is the most important thing to us. Why don't you just give the child insurance based on the disability? You over there looking at how much money somebody makes, but they're not in the top class. They're not in the middle class. They're right in between the middle and the lower class, so we ain't gonna get them jack. You sound stupid. Ugh, let's continue. Eventually, your spirit breaks. I don't even think it's the physical attack that hurt me the most anymore. It's the words. It's knowing that I give every inch of myself, devoting my nights to researching everything I can that may help, to sacrificing my own needs to put my children first, to fight in a broken government to access the support, to traveling back and forth to therapy. Lady, to getting up every morning and trying again, all the while being told I'm worthless and never doing enough. Oh my Lord, let the church say amen. She is preaching and she is dropping gems. Go ahead, lady. Speak for us. Well, you're speaking for me. I agree. And whoever is against it, I'm sorry, but I agree. The glamorization of autism makes me feel so inadequate. The stigma around carers who struggle or parents who fear it makes me feel like I'm a complete failure. Why should it be like that? Why should it be like that? You're in fear of your own child because of autism. Carers are not allowed to have feelings, complain, or have anything. All you need to do is provide. Why? Why can't I have a feeling? You glamorize autism so much, but you're not in the house when that meltdown comes like whiplash and you being attacked by your own child. Have you ever had to fight off your own child? Do you know what feeling comes with that? Protecting yourself from your own child, fighting yourself off from your own child? How do parents like me rest in peace not knowing what's going to happen to their child? You think we hate our kids because we worry that if we're not around, somebody else is not going to take that hitting. Somebody else is not going to take that choking or that beating. They will medicate the hell out of your child and put them in a crazy house. And we don't want that. No matter how we get hit or beat, we try to protect them at all costs. But that comes with a price. The price is sometimes our sanity, our mental health, and it counts. I don't care. It counts. Just like how you count, I count. I know the child didn't ask to be here. I know the child didn't ask for autism. But I didn't ask for it either. Let's not forget. I'm loving, I'm accepting, and I'm busting my goddamn butt. Now what? I'm so afraid of when the next outburst will be. So terrified that I won't be able to control my child's next outburst and that I'll end up in the hospital or worse. My mind spins 100 miles an hour. That is one of my greatest fears. As my son gets taller, as my son gets heavier, I'm like, what if a day come where I can't protect myself? When I can't get out of that chokehold? What if that day comes? What is gonna happen? Like, I will have to fight my own son. Like, who wants to fight their own kid? Yo, y'all have no idea. Autism isn't a colorful puzzle piece that needs celebrating. Autism can be absolute hell, and it scares me at how normal it's painted to be now. How many carers need to completely break down before people realize this again? Should every disability be accepted? Absolutely. But should we also stop pretending autism is no big deal? Absolutely. To the moms and dads that happen to feel this way too, you aren't alone. You're doing more work than most will ever know, and you're doing the best job you can. And at times, the worst and darkest times of your life. and I know what it is to go into that dark place. Sometimes the only thing you can do is go into that dark place. From an autism mom barely hanging on, that finds it completely insulting that my child's brutal struggles and my brutal struggles to give him his best life can be narrowed down to a cute little puzzle piece that just needs to fit in. From a mom that thinks the puzzle piece can kindly F off. Sarah Mills is an autism mom who lives in Australia. The piece is reprinted with permission from her blog on Facebook, Among the Stars. I will put a link to this blog in the description below. But if you agree or disagree with me, I am dying to hear your opinion. Please put it in the comment box. Y'all know I love interacting and I speak my mind. I'm never too old to learn. I'm not perfect. I can make mistakes. If I said something that you don't agree with or want to hear why I said it, I'm open to explaining it. And if you don't agree with it and you have your reason why, I kindly ask you to explain it to me because I'm never too old to learn. But I'm going to tell you one thing though. Everything this mom said and feels is my daily life. I kind of feel like this lady just peeking into my house. It's my daily life and my daily struggles. Are we wrong for feeling like that as special need parents? If we're wrong, tell me why we're wrong. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.